So I got back late last night. I ended up being gone for 10 days. While I was gone, the weather, it was a heat wave, not just a heat wave, like, I forget what they call it, but like 115, 116. This is my wisteria, no, ruby moon hyacinth, sorry. Anyways, kind of dried up a little bit. There is some new growth, so I'll have to clean that up. But really, things just grew so well. Like the things that could handle the heat, loved the heat. I've never seen so many blossoms on those cannas. It looks like the rose burned up a little bit. That little plant, you know, that I think I can just shear back. It'll be fine. I'm surprised it looks like it does because it's got water going to it. My petunias look stinking good. I'm surprised. And also, you know, those. Anyways, the banana tree back there. This palm tree, though, is shooting off new growth. It was in love with the heat. Canna back there that looks good. It looks like it just finished blooming. Okay, here's the other pot. It's looking pretty good too, surprisingly. The petunias aren't really thriving whatsoever. You can barely see them underneath the zinnia. But this little jasmine is taking off. This basil girl. And Tanya down there. It's liking the heat also. Quick little shuffle through here. Okay, so we've got another petunia plant that did pretty darn good. I'm surprised. Brexton said he had to hang it underneath the patio maybe a couple days. These ones are doing well. You know, this isn't bad either. I should probably shear this back, but it didn't have coverage from the umbrella for a few days. These zinnias are doing amazing. Like, total new, beautiful blossoms on them. They all need to be deadheaded too. So now I'll get to collect some seeds. Another palm that's doing really, really well. Salvia's coming back. Those cannas are gorgeous. Petunias, this one was a little crispy this morning, so I gave it extra water, and it needs to be fertilized. I'll do a little dose of fertilization. These Gomphrena they love this heat. Cannas, more Gomphrena. Just loving it. Another petunia, and if I look in here, this red yucca is actually blooming down there. So I had 2 more of these gazanias that kind of fried up. And I know that I could probably leave it, but they're ugly, so I'm just gonna pull them. And they're self-spreaders. They just keep going. Okay, here's my tropicals in the very, very back there. That monstera is loving life. So is I don't know, split leaf, something, philodendron or something. My elephant ear. Caladium is still back underneath there somewhere. I think not necessarily the happiest that it can be, but it's hanging on me. Okay. I'm doing this low because then we're gonna rise up. So now you can start seeing where the winds came up, knocked down a couple of canna lilies. But this was the thing that looks the worst. This was actually a blooming banana flower. So I have little bananas growing on it already. You can see there. And that poor plant just did not survive the wind. So I'll have to cut that out later on today. And then you can kind of look through the forest a little bit, which on that back side is where we're going to see the most damage from the winds. These cannas grow by rhizome. So they'll be fine. I'll just, they'll hopefully grow up this spring. But over here, this plant is thriving. Got new growth popping up. I think the thing that surprised me the most this morning was seeing this bird of paradise with new growth, and that hasn't happened in years. So that's kind of cool. Fiddle leaf is still looking great. the banana, or let's see, this elephant ear. I need to prune off some dead stuff towards the bottom, but that's pretty natural for that sort of plant. Let's see if there's any new growth in there. A little bit peeking through in there. Okay, so here's my bananas, banana forest. All right. So the palm trees looking up, they all decided to blossom with their little seeds and flowers, which is so dirty and messy and pretty annoying. And this is the saddest thing to me, is that this beautiful palm tree, just to the left there, that short little one, that was new growth, and it broke. So, and I think it's coming straight out of the middle, which is not a good thing. Anyways, so now let's head over to the, when you can see the debris in the pool just from the bougainvillea, and you know, just all the, they must have gotten just terrible winds, like really horrible winds, because I've never lost a banana plant like that before. Okay, more blown down cannas. Especially through this area, it always seems fairly protected. So it's just crazy winds that came through. My sweet potato are doing great. Those petunias over here are doing awesome. And on the other side, and I'll show you those, but my little path. So this is what I was talking about, the other side of the bananas. It actually, I had at least one big banana fall over. Kind of see it across there, which then looks like it landed on my bougainvillea. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to cut all that down. But it's a mess. This is a mess. Okay, we'll do more filming in just a bit.